Question number 318 of 20.
Honorable Speaker, you saw this. You just want to leave it. Please don't do that.
No, the member for Kiang West. Do you want me to give you the floor or not? Because if you accuse me that I saw it and you knew very well, you just raise your tag. Now I'm going to the next question. You want me to give you floor or not? Kiang West, you have the floor.
Yes. Honorable Minister, rolling out civic education from the primary school required a teacher training, and you want to roll out in this academic year coming. How prepared is the training of the facilitators, the teachers, as far as this program is concerned?
In my answer, I said we have begun the pilot, and the pilot does not only involve the teaching of the civic education, it also went along with training of teachers. So if pilot finishes and learning from lessons of the pilot, of course, it will also include an aspect of teacher training so that they are prepared to deliver the services.
You know, that's why I want that area, you people to be listening. All of you are part of it. Question number 318 of 2025 by the Honorable Member for Bakau.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, could the Honorable Minister for Basic and Secondary Education tell this August Assembly what targeted interventions are being implemented by the Ministry to improve learning outcomes and exams readiness among students, especially in the underperforming schools and regions, and how is the Ministry addressing teacher quality, availability of learning materials, classroom infrastructure, and other systematic challenges that impact student performance?
Honorable Speaker, I want to thank the Honorable Member for Bakau for a very long question. Yeah, too many points to address. Honorable Speaker, the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education has embarked on some reforms to address the challenges of the learners' outcome, low learner outcomes. And these are some of the reforms that we have embarked upon to ensure that learner outcomes are improved. One is the program on the MAIS. We call it the mainstreaming of effective intervention strategies in schools. Learning from other contexts and jurisdictions on how foundational learnings have been addressed and improved. We have decided to partner with
There's a point of order from the member for Opanyomi.
Honorable Speaker, points of order 38, admissibility of question. One I. A question of excessive length may not be asked. Despite it is a parent question. The honorable member, the question he asked with a lot of points, to be clarified by the minister, is so excessive. So the question should not be, in fact, be admitted at ab initio. You know that? Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. But it has been admitted. Please, Honorable Minister, provide an answer.
Yes. Yes, so, okay. So I was responding to that question and began by saying that we have embarked on a series of reforms to address learner outcomes, and this includes the MAIS program, that is mainstreaming effective intervention in schools, followed by a structured pedagogy initiative with EI, and of course, our new partner is Learning Mastermind that is coming from Ghana that has implemented a similar project. to enhance learner outcomes at the foundation level. So responding to your point on how the ministry is doing to improve learner outcomes, these are some of the areas and some of the reforms that we have embarked upon to ensure that learner outcomes are improved. And of course, this also includes a lot of teacher training activities. And just to inform you that the contract that we have with the Learning Mastermind also includes an aspect of teacher professional training, not only teacher professional training, but even MOPSI administrators. So this initiative will go a long way in capacitizing staffs of MOPSI, including teachers, in implementing the reforms that we have started. Moving on, I also want to say that we are working with WIEC, that's the West Africa Examination Council, in strengthening the entry levels of teachers in the sector. And that led to the introduction of the competency assessment test, just to ensure that teachers coming to the sector are prepared enough to deliver the teaching services. This will be followed by continuous professional development of the teachers in those areas that they have gaps, just to ensure that teaching and learning is done more appropriately in the schools. On the issue of availability of learning materials, classroom infrastructure, and other challenges, we will continue to engage with our key stakeholder, that's the Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs, with support from this August Assembly for an increase in resource allocation to MOPSI, so that we can work with our partners such as MRC Holland, UNICEF, the World Bank, and of course we know the Global Partnership for Education has also supported MOPSI a lot in the areas of foundational education, just to ensure that we have all the resources that we require to address the challenges that you have raised and others. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. The reforms that you have embarked on when we talk of teacher quality, as a ministry, will it not be necessary to introduce a teacher service commission?
Okay, maybe not on this fora, but that initiative has begun at the sector, and we have actually drafted a regulation that's going to specify the operations of what we call the Professional Standard Board for Teachers, which has a mandate by law to establish a teacher service commission. This will really be a game changer, hopefully very soon. So that process has begun, and we are reviewing that document with the Ministry of Justice, and very soon it will be finalized, and it will support that work of having a service commission for teachers.
Thank you. No further questions.
Member for Kiang West, you have the floor.
Honorable Minister, when it comes to underperforming schools, as mentioned in the parent question, is the ministry considering rewarding performance for both schools, teachers, schools infrastructures, for those schools, public schools that are performing, in order to motivate other teachers as well, as it happens in other sectors, like the Ministry of Health, to reward performance in terms of health service delivery? Is the ministry considering doing the same thing for education sector in terms of schools and even the teachers as well?
We had a different plan on that. Actually, even before this question was raised, when I came in, it was among the matters that I requested from our planning unit to submit as far as data is concerned. That is the data on the performances of schools. And of course, that will also include schools that are underperforming. And what we plan as a sector is to engage the school authorities and to show them the work that they're doing, and vis-a-vis the good performance, and try to create some form of mentorships between the good performing school and the poor performing school to see how they can be mentored. But of course, we may want to consider your opinion, I mean your point on this matter, but it's something that really we have been working on, whether to reward or not to reward. It's a matter that we can put on the table, but we are interested in every school in this country to be seen to be performing well.
Honorable members, I want to thank the Honorable Minister for Basic and Secondary Education for those answers provided to this August Assembly. On your behalf, I want to ask her that she can leave. Be resolved that this August Assembly do stand adjourned until Thursday, 27 November 2025 at 10 a.m. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. This assembly stand adjourned. Please, honorable members, where are you going? This assembly now stand adjourned until Thursday, 27 November 2025 at 10 a.m.